call the meeting to order, October 13th, 2020, 7 p.m. Roll call.
Supervisor Murray,
Here.
Councilman Smith,
Here.
Councilman Burns,
Here.
Councilman Kiefer,
Here.
and Councilman Lansford.
Here.
At this time, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing. Heavenly Father, watch over us tonight as we conduct the business for the town of Fremont, Steuben County. Also, we're asking tonight that you also look over the family of Richard Bates. Richard was a former town board member and a community-minded person for sure. At this time, I'm going to ask for a moment of silence for Richard Bates.
I'd just like to add, I had the honor and distinction of serving on the board with Dick Bates, a very honorable man. You couldn't ask for a better person to be on the board, and he's going to be sorely missed.
Amen.
Were there any changes to the minutes from the regular board meeting on September 8th?
Move that the minutes be approved.
Second it. Roll call.
Kiefer,
Aye.
Lansford,
Aye.
Burns, Smith, Murray.
Aye.
5 ayes, 0 nays, 0 abstained.
Were there any changes to the budget workshop held on September 23rd, 2020?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for the budget workshop, September 23rd, 2020.
Second.
Roll call.
Lansford,
Aye.
Burns, Smith,
Same.
Kiefer,
Aye.
Murray.
Aye.
4 ayes, 1 nay, and 1 abstain, and 0 nay.
At this time, we will go into the report section. First up is Justice Farley. Court is now held on the first and third Monday at 10 a.m. We are restricted to the following in order to mitigate the effects of COVID-19. Preliminary hearings. Judges may conduct in-person preliminary hearings. Bench trials and hearings, scheduled one at a time. In-person arraignments on appearance tickets or criminal summons where counsel, either district attorney or defense counsel, has requested arraignment. In-person arraignments on appearance tickets written before August 1st, 2020. Judges may hold in-person pleas and sentences. In-person appearances regarding appeals. In-person motion argument. Judges are encouraged to more robustly conference criminal matters virtually or telephonically, and if acceptable, dispositions are reached. Plea affidavits, pleas on paper, are strongly encouraged. See the sample form attached. Please work with your ADA and defense counsel on procedure. This will not only limit the foot traffic in your courts, it will also give you an opportunity to address the backlog of cases. Then limited civil matters, and then the following for vehicle and traffic matters. In-person BTL ticket returns where ticket written before August 1st, 2020. Within ethical guidelines, judges are encouraged to cooperate with their local prosecutor and public defender assigned to counsel office, local bar association, to establish a mail-in process that would allow a defendant charged with a BTL infraction to elect to proceed without a personal appearance in order to mitigate the effects of the COVID-19 outbreak, and to control in-person traffic within the court and village courts. Attached, please find the information related to my monthly submission report to the State Comptroller Justice Court Fund for the month of September. Justice Farley. Next up is from the assessor, Holly Small. Dear board members, this month I have been processing monthly transfers, escrows, and other miscellaneous administrative duties for the 2021 town and county tax bills. The cutoff date with the county to have everything processed was October 9th. I am continuing to stay on top of the ever-changing star that comes from New York State Department of Taxation and Finance. September 23rd, I attended our monthly Assessor Association meeting. I have resumed office hours and will be in the office on Wednesday from 9 a.m. to noon. Once again, if there are any questions or comments, please feel free to contact me, Holly Small. Next up is from our code enforcement officer. 56 miles delivered report and a pool permit. 64 miles permit for new fireplace insert and new pellet stove. Then a final inspection on attached garage. 65 miles code school quarter share. 56 miles cement forms on Russell Road. 64 miles permit for pole building on County Route 6. 56 miles for a house renovation on Cream Hill. A total of 361 miles. Next up is the dog control report from Deborah Matthews. 2 dogs at large on County Route 6. The owner was found on 9/25. And then on 9/27, 1 dog at large on Max School Road, Jack Russell. Then there were 2 warnings given, leash law warning on 9/25 and 9/27. One broke out of the fence, the other elderly dog was lost. And Jeff, you're up for the highway report.
Finished mowing the roadsides and hauled in our road sand. Gravelled and graded Eisman and Ryder roads. We got Eisman and Town Barn ready for the blacktop, and they blacktopped it October 1st, and next week we put the shoulders on them, so they're all done. And changed the oil on 2020 Mac.
Yeah, those roads turned out nice.
Yeah. Last little bit.
Is there anything from the planning board?
Nothing to report.
Okay. What about the ZBA?
Nothing to report.
Okay, and then let's go into the highway roof update. John Leonard did send a letter to the Fremont Town Board. After several inspections and meetings at Highway Building Number 1 since 1/26/2019, with Town Supervisor Emily Murray, Town Board Member, Town Highway Superintendent Ron Smith, Contractor Andy Butler, about the installation of the new steel roof system and installing the bat-type insulation at the above highway building. Steel roofing did not extend out enough at the eaves for proper drainage. Eaves troughs need replacing. Flue flashing on chimney vent and electric riser pole pipe flashing do not fit the new steel roofing. There are too many roofing screws that miss the steel purlins, very poor workmanship. My recommendation is to remove the entire steel roofing and install an insulation and start over with the building permit in place. The project was done without a building permit in place on October or November 2018. John Leonard Jr. And Richard Buck, on Thursday, he emailed me, I spoke with Andy, the main issue concerns the insulation inside. Gary from Hunt Engineers explained that without the manufacturer's specs, he cannot definitely conclude whether the insulation was installed properly. Andy doesn't have the insulation specs, but claims that dampness caused by poor heat and ventilation is the cause. Gary couldn't say definitely, but acknowledged that that was probably a cause. He can do the other work, extending the sheet metal and fixing the front gutter. Then he said, Gary, what do you think? So then I replied back, Richard, can you work with Andy and make a list that he agrees to? Then I can present it to the board tomorrow night. I would like to get this wrapped up this week. Then this afternoon, I got an email about 5 o'clock. Hi Emily, the office was closed yesterday. I'm just getting to my desk now. I've tried calling Andy. Probably won't have a final list for you tonight. That's where we are with that.
And the saga continues.
It just keeps going.
It's the same thing,
round
he
and
just
round
wants to
and round.
extend it, and there's it again.
I have seen a contractor in Rochester that may be willing to come down and look at it and give expertise. They do all types of roofing, metal, shingles, big, small, commercial, everything. With the board's permission, I would get a hold of them.
Well, there's, the next sheet, Sue made a nice spreadsheet of 2019 and 2020 of what we've spent with miscellaneous roof and union.
I know.
And we're just kind of throwing money away, with getting the lawyer, and this doesn't even have hunt engineers in it. I like your proposal, we just move forward with, and just have someone else fix it. Or we could have Annie just come, patch it together for a few years, and then just redo the whole thing.
Why not have the attorney send his insurance company a letter? Instead of dealing with Andy, why not go with the insurance company and see if they're willing to negotiate anything?
We can try that.
Because we're just going round and round. I mean, no matter how
Well,
you
we're
cut the
not
pie
getting-
here, that, you know, there are too many roofing screws that miss the steel purlins, very poor workmanship, and he caulked them. And again, we've talked about this over and over to exhaustion, that who's gonna go up and caulk it every 2 or 3 years? So maybe I don't know if we would, I guess, check with the attorney and see if he would wanna send this and the engineer's report to the insurance company and see if they would be willing to do anything, negotiate something.
They haven't talked to the insurance company yet?
He talked to the insurance company, it's just general workman liability.
And what does that amount to, money-wise?
If someone falls off the roof, then that's what's covered.
So he doesn't have anything that covers the workmanship?
I don't even think they offer insurance for that.
So, what if we go that route? Can we still go against Andy for whatever he's put in? Or not, like suing for whatever damaging or?
This person, you know, would he be a prospect to change the roof and follow the rules that Mr. Leonard has already directed? Or just come for another opinion? What are we up against?
That was my only suggestion.
Would he come and redo the roof? Is that what? what we're talking
I
about?
would ask him to come and give an estimate of what that roof would need.
We could also get an estimate from the contractor that did the fire department. He's from Jasper area. He does good.
I don't know who that was. If you know, then do it.
Okay.
If it's a free estimate to do, you might better have the estimate instead of spending all the money on the lawyers and all the other stuff. Engineers, we're not getting anywhere,
Well,
except spending the money.
It might also help if we have another estimate to go against him,
Honestly, truly, I don't think Amy's gonna come back and fix it.
you know?
I don't know if I want
We
Amy to
don't
come
want
back
him
and fix it.
to. I don't. I shouldn't say we. I don't.
I'm throwing taxpayers' money into this project over and over and over,
Yeah.
and they're asking why.
And you got this thing right here.
I'll make a motion authorizing Dean Kiefer to contact a roofing company in Rochester that he knows to come down and give an estimate.
I don't want
I
to
second
add in Emily's too,
What's that?
add in Emily's too for Jasper.
And for Jasper.
I'll second
No.
it.
Roll call?
Murray,
Aye.
Smith,
Aye.
Burns,
Hi.
Kiefer, Lansford.
Uh,
I still think we
Aye,
ought to go
zero
after
nays,
the
zero
committee for
abstains.
something. If we could recoup some of that money.
I just feel like we're spinning our wheels.
No, I'm just saying, if we could talk to see if we got any leg to stand on to put a judgment or something against them, at least something.
I don't know why they couldn't do that.
Yep.
What if we get it fixed right and then he can put a judgment on it?
Well, ask him whichever way he wants to go, for whatever we already paid him, or else what it's gonna cost us to redo it, or maybe both.
I think all the above.
Yeah. But he shouldn't get out of it scot-free, that's what he wants.
Yeah, and he's just kind of thorn
Yeah,
to get out
yeah,
of it.
he's just digging his
And the
heels in,
judgment's gonna
so-
be there until it's resolved. I mean, if he, God forbid, passed away tomorrow, I think it's still gonna be standing
Stay with
there
the
waiting.
estate.
So at some point in time, you get some type of relief.
Okay.
Well, and if it expires, which they do.
What's that?
It will expire, but we can always renew it.
Yeah.
Judgments due?
Yep.
What is, 10 years? or-
10 years on his property, 20 prison.
Well, I think, it would be long before that.
Might not be quite that long.
Excuse me. Do we know if he had a surety bond?
No, we don't.
Because that's usually where you would go, is to make a claim against the surety bond for workmanship.
Do contractors typically carry those?
Yes.
We'll have the lawyer look into that. All right.
For future reference, any work that you have done, you should probably make sure you have that before the work is done.
Yes. We've learned a good lesson.
Licensed, bonded, and insured.
And building permit.
Yeah. And a complete list of exactly what they're
Yeah,
gonna do.
exactly what we want to do.
Bert, is there someone out there?
Yeah, there's a lawyer out there, looks like, in a suit and tie.
Okay.
So he's a lawyer, because he got suit and tie?
Mr.
Yeah, none of us
Pruitt?
were in suit and
I
ties.
should have worn mine.
There you go. Underdressed.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. You can, if you wanna present there, or if you'd like to take a seat, whatever you want.
I'll sit up here if it's easier. Thanks for having me again.
No problem.
Nice meeting you. I'll try to be brief. My name is Matt Kerwin. I'm an attorney with Barclay Damon Law Firm in Syracuse. And I'm here on behalf of EcoSite, which is a cell tower company based in North Carolina, and Verizon Wireless, who is the carrier that's being proposed for a tower I've been discussing with your supervisor, that's proposed for some property on Eagles Hill Road, about a half mile from here. So I'm here tonight just to briefly ask some questions. I'm not going to take up a lot of your time, and you've got a lot going on tonight. But I want to get some feedback from the board about a couple different issues based on my review of the town code, my review of the town tower law, and some discrepancies I noticed in those documents. So we've talked a couple times already. One of the things I wanted to ask is the town code indicates that cell towers are permitted only in the agricultural district, and they require special use permit approval. But your tower law says that we only need site plan approval. I have had a conversation with your codes officer. He referred me to your clerk, Sue.
No, that's me.
Sue.
I'm here.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
And then we spoke a couple times, once last week and once again today, about the process. You indicated we need to go to the zoning board for a special use permit and have the planning board review the site plan and make a recommendation to the ZBA, which is fine. I just want to make sure we're on the same page in terms of what's required. This board, my understanding is, will not have any oversight over the application, but I'm here just to get some clarification on the process generally. Okay. The code also says that a pre-application conference is recommended or suggested, so I guess this would serve the purposes of the pre-application conference. Are there any issues or requirements you'd like to see us address? I mean, what we intend on providing to the town, ZBA and Planning Board is a pretty comprehensive package, probably consisting of 11 or 12 exhibits, including plans, a seeker environmental assessment form, an FAA determination just confirming that we won't create any hazards for air traffic in the area, an FCC compliance report. Importantly, Verizon Wireless is radio